Sao Paulo, Brazil, Interlagos. I love that course. One of the best courses. If you're a Gran Turismo player, you know it's one of the best courses at Gran Turismo ever had. I absolutely love that track. It's just so much fun. When you start getting into those tight little turns, um, you know, 3/4 of the way through the track, they're so tricky. They're so tricky. You can go through there one time and it's like, oh, that felt good. And then you ask yourself, well, why can't they do that every time? How come that corner screwed me over the last 3 times and now this time I go through there and it's absolutely beautiful? You know what I mean? So I'm looking, race qualifying delayed. I'm not sure why it's delayed. It looks like they got workers out picking stuff off the track. Um, this is why I like having my DirecTV for watching Gran Turismo, is because, and why I went through all the headache and hassle of replacing everything, right? It's because it's my hobby, you know what I mean? And when I'm watching a race like Sao Paulo, I've run so many laps there, literally thousands of laps on that track. They can just show me a 1 second little blurb of someone somewhere and I know exactly where they're at and what they're going through. So I just love that track. I really do. I think it's amazing. My buddy just bought my other sim rig. I'm hoping he gets a PlayStation 5 soon, and we can, race Sao Paulo again. Unfortunately, Gran Turismo, I think it's a licensing thing, right? Depending on what tracks we get. Licensing has always been a big issue with Gran Turismo, which is why, yes, it's very nice to run tracks that are well known like Sao Paulo, Suzuka, right? It's nice to be able to run tracks like that, but one of the problems with licensing and cars and thing is, sometimes they can come to an agreement and sometimes they can't come to an agreement. And so we as gamers kind of get screwed in that aspect. I would rather have cars named like, Von Baron, whatever, and not have to worry about licensing. As long as the car drove like a Formula One car or a GTP car or a GT car or a street car, as long as it drove and the physics and everything worked exactly the same, I don't need a name tag on that car to enjoy myself. I just need the physics to function properly for whatever I'm in, right? If I'm in a GT3 car, I expect it to handle like a GT3 car, that type of thing. But Sao Paulo, I'm hearing rumors that this could be the last year there. And I've heard that about numerous tracks in Gran Turismo. And I'm wondering, are they having licensing issues, right? I could do without Ferraris. You can just take Ferraris and take them out of Gran Turismo, and I would never fucking miss them. Not even in the slightest little bit would I miss Ferrari being removed from Gran Turismo, because most of the cars that I drive, other than their Formula One car, they suck. I don't like any of the Ferrari cars. The F40 always handle like a ton of bricks, you know what I mean? So anyway, it looks like race control is going to start. See, I have 3 extra hours of recording time for each session. Practice, qualifying, sprint, those are all 3 hours extra on each one of those, which is pretty cool, actually.